I think it's pretty clear to everyone in the industry when things don't go well, then we end up with delay, cost overruns, the quality of the projects isn't the same, and then the cost of resolving any legal disputes at the end is something none of us really want to get into. The main 4 or 5 that came out of the report are the ones that I would have expected. So issues like time and program issues, not getting the design right at the start of the jobs, not having the scoping of the project done in sufficient detail, and then the other one is around site conditions and latent conditions where not enough front-end work is done and the risk transfer is not appropriate. The great thing about the report is that because it has respondents from both sides of the industry, from the client and the principal, and from project managers and then from contractors, we do get a bit of a balanced approach to where people do think things can be improved. And the one or two that struck chord with me is certainly around treating each project as a particular project, that the one approach doesn't fit all, and that different projects in different locations can have need a different way to approach them. And the second one would be about putting more time and effort into the front end of projects. If you don't get the scoping right, if you don't resource the jobs properly to get the documentation right and identify the risks at the start of the job, then we're behind the 8 ball before we start. So to get all that stuff done as early as possible. And I think some of the things that are happening at the moment around ECI process, where you involve shortlist 2 contractors and take those 2 contractors through an ECI process where there's actually an ongoing interchange and risk identification for different projects is one way on some projects that you can get some better outcomes. People have seen an improvement since the last report, but we've still got 45% of the contractors saying that the risks aren't being managed appropriately or not being allocated appropriately. And interestingly enough, 25% of the principals are still saying the risks aren't being allocated appropriately.